Most likable villains in gaming. Hello and welcome to Hittobox, gaming, news, and everything else. Today we're doing most likable villains in gaming, starting off with Borderlands 2, Handsome Jack.
Can you see me? Because I can't see
Now,
you.
why do we love Handsome Jack as a villain? His personality is in fact kind of charming in a weird, narcissistic way. Also, he truly believes he's the hero, making it very fascinating that he's really not, and he's very delusional. But it's very comedic, and it plays perfectly throughout all of Borderlands 2 and some of the spin-offs and prior games. A big point for Handsome is that he actually was a good guy at one time. He was married and had a kid.
You know the hero's gonna win, but you just don't die.
Then just went and lost his shit because his wife died by his own daughter's hands. The iconic Bowser. And yes, this is the real Bowser, not the fake ones before it. This is OG Mario Bros. So what makes Bowser a likable villain? He is a proud father. You'll see that later on when we get to the GameCube version. I think a big thing for Bowser is that we sympathize with him to some extent because he always fails. He always kidnaps Peach, and he always fails because Mario always succeeds. So I think there's a little bit of empathy with Bowser in that regard. I think another thing is that we all love Mario games. We all love Bowser. Seeing Bowser, even though it's immensely repetitive and nauseating at this point to see Bowser again kidnap Peach, we still love seeing it because of that nostalgia, that he's always been this way, and it always will be this way, it seems like. And we love Bowser for that. And the fact that now he has a son adds a little more intrigue to the situation, because now his son aids him, he's learning from his father.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
I know, she's not really my mama.
And not only that, besides the kidnapping thing, he's being a pretty good father, taking care of his kid, being there, being supportive. And another thing is the design of Bowser. Yes, it's iconic now, but it's a great design. We all love dragons and dinosaurs, whatever Bowser is supposed to be, like a dino turtle or something. He also has range. He can be anywhere from cute, kind of cool looking guy like we see here, and later on, like in Bowser's Fury, he's the aggressor. He's kind of like Giga Bowser like we've seen in Melee and Smash, and Bowser's Fury above. So he can be that total badass. At the end of the day, we all know he's going to fail, but we still love him. Bioshock, the legendary game featuring the iconic Andrew Ryan. The writing and narrative of this game is insanely good, and Andrew Ryan is a man of intrigue. He's very complex and complicated, but at the same time, deceiving. That spoiler warning was there for a reason, people. What you think is someone helping you out through a majority of the game becomes flipped and turned upside down.
I rejected those answers. I chose the impossible. I chose rapture.
Everything you think you know is a lie. But throughout the game, "Will you kindly" becomes an iconic phrase that is very deceptive and leads you to believe that he's doing good, he's helping you, and he actually does help you, but at the end, it's all for a selfish goal, had nothing to do with you except to manipulate you.
Separates a man from a slave. Money? Power? No. A man chooses. A slave obeys.
The underwater city, Rapture, was built by him for the greater good. Problem is, the ideals that he had and ways he went about running the city were immensely flawed to a point of self-destruction. Resident Evil Village. Lady Dimitrescu. I probably just butchered her name, but irregardless, we all know why she's probably on this list for most likable villains. Because the internet went batshit crazy and decided they had a weird fascination with wanting to be stepped on by her. Sure. And other things, of course. But she makes this list because I found it very hard to not like her as a villain. And quite honestly, when I played through the game, I didn't really fear her, even though she is bossy. But I never felt like, oh my gosh, she's terrifying, even though she followed me around the house and tried to slash me. I still was kind of like, ooh, it's like a weird game we're gonna play here. Olgierd von Everett. What you see as a common gang member at first, with some delinquents following him and his every move, soon becomes much more tragic and interesting as you dive into the story of Hearts of Stone, discovering that he is cursed and that he lost his one true love. Most of which is his own fault and his own actions, but his redemption story is what makes him so likable, and by the end, if you choose to do so, you can help him redeem himself and recover and salvage what's left of the good person he was long ago.
What a mess we made of it all. If I'd only known then how it would end.
I think a lot of what we see from Olgierd von Everett is that he is a good person and we can relate to some degree, because we've all made mistakes and all would love to redeem a lot of those mistakes, if we could. And in this case, he's able to do that with the help of Geralt. That sometimes it just goes to show that sometimes you just need somebody else to help you to do the right thing, but knowing that you can do the right thing and redeem your previous actions is what makes this so likable as a character. The redemption, his story, his love interest, all his actions are redeemable, and that's why we love this character. He's a good guy, turned bad, but then good again, if you choose to do so. So hopefully you pick the right path when you play in this game, and choose to make him a good guy, because that's what he should be. Don't send him down a further path of darkness. Don't send him to the dark side, okay?
Feels is grief, sadness, and defeat. It's time I took fate into my own.
Learn from your mistakes, just like him. Also, this may be one of the best DLCs ever made, so play it for just that reason. And Blood and Wine, the next DLC. Dr. Nefarious. He's so dim-witted and dumb, but that's why we love him. Because he's a fool, he makes a fool of himself. He's always gonna lose because he's moronic and a goofball, but that's why we love him. He's endearing, and we love that about him. Even though he's a little bit psychotic and insane.
Do it again and again, and now victory in your face.
I didn't expect to see you here. Considering my goons were meant to annihilate you 8 minutes ago.
I think another huge reason why we all love Dr. Nefarious is the way Insomniac Games animated him and brought him to life. He is so animated. The way he moves his arms and features around is so exaggerated. It's kind of like an old Bugs Bunny cartoon. And that's why I think we love his personality, because it comes through expression and animation. And that's a huge selling point for him. Just look at that. He's skipping and jumping around all over the place, moving his body all crazily. Portal. Why is there no Portal 3? GLaDOS. Our most trusted potato and AI that always is there to help us test.
Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart.
I think a huge thing why we love GLaDOS is the writing. The humor she injects in every line, and the sarcasm and the humor just exudes every facet of her personality and persona. It makes me like her even though she's trying to kill me.
But I think we can put our differences behind us. For science, you monster.
Portal 1 was pretty basic as far as narrative, but the way Portal 2 really exemplifies her character development is incredible.
There's just one small thing we need to take care of first.
Making her a part-time sidekick and rely on you was a masterful idea by Valve, and parallel to what she does to you as a guinea pig in the test chambers.
Busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me.
You did what?
These are just some of the reasons why we love GLaDOS and all these other characters. Let us know in the comments below what you thought of all these likable villains. Let us know in the comments also who you think we forgot and missed. Thank you for stopping on by. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time on the Hittobox YouTube channel podcast thingy. Yeah.